Are you a white supremacist? Because if you aren't, you don't really have any reason to cry about one battle after another. That's basically who they're skewering.
Are you a militant rebel? If you're not, why the fuck not?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Grail Guys presents Cinema Jones and the Last Movie Crusade.
The movie review channel, where one of us reviews a movie and the other guy shits on it if he can or agrees with it. And we rate our movies based on the Grail scale from very shitty to very beautiful. Down at the bottom, we got disposable Flixie cup, and up here at the top, we have the Holy Grail
Beautiful.
Of movies.
No movies have achieved it yet, and we're into double digits of episodes now.
We have the Grail Knight. Remember that guy? Mm-hmm. He's guarding the Grails, so we're going to choose one of these Grails after we talk about our movie. I am Sir Robert of Redford. Moment of silence. R.I.P. Robert Redford.
Pour one out for the legend.
For the legend himself. Decorative beer stein full of Robert Redford brew.
And I'm Sir David of the Davenport, because I sit here and watch movies so that you don't have to, but you still get to. You should watch the ones that we recommend, because they're the best.
You're the royal recliner, the king of the couch potatoes.
Yes, indeed. I have been called that on several occasions. What are we talking about today?
Well, the movie I chose was the highly anticipated One Battle After Another. Yeah, if you've been watching movies like we have, you've been seeing the trailer for a while. P.T. Anderson, our guy, Leo DiCaprio, Sean Penn. It looked pretty good.
Benicio del
Toro. It looked pretty good in the previews, and it finally came out, and so we had to get on it right away. Leo DiCaprio plays a resistance fighter, right? A explosive specialist in a fairly highly organized, fictional paramilitary group of rebels who call themselves the French 75, okay? At some point in the unnamed past, they are already doing things on a level that the U.S. hasn't really seen. I guess maybe the Black Panthers maybe were the closest thing to a kind of an armed, actual, we have a plan, we have communications, we have not idiots on board.
Yeah,
we
they were
really kind of
very
fight
well
back.
organized in the movie and very successful for a time.
And centered, unsurprisingly, around immigration right? and trying to stand up for undocumented workers, people being trafficked, trying to stand up against a fascist government that is cracking down unfairly in many instances on said population. So right away you get a real taste of, okay, these guys are the liberal progressive left fighting a fascist rising authoritarian state that's trying to keep them down and treating them unfairly, physically, like rape. People are getting abused, right?
The movie opens with Leonardo DiCaprio's group attacking, but not really attacking, liberating a immigration facility where the immigrants are being detained in cells and cages. And they encounter Sean Penn's wonderful character. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, and Sean Penn is taken by surprise while he's asleep by the de facto leader of the paramilitary group, Tiana Taylor. Thank you very much. Tiana Taylor gets a jump on Sean Penn, and
weirdness ensues.
It becomes clear right away that he has a fascination for her, and he starts following. And once this original jailbreak is over, they all get away with it, right? And
he basically starts
stalking her, but he's able to do it under the guise of a government investigation,
right?
Because they continue their bombing.
Yes.
One of the most unbelievable things about the early part of the movie was the ease with which they just go from one insane crime to another. And nobody really seems to be tracking them or following them.
Yeah.
But early on in the movie, Sean Penn's character is a hardened, grizzled army captain or corporal, colonel with the name Lockjaw.
Yes.
He essentially leads a team that follows her, and it becomes clear that he's fascinated with her sexually. He catches her at one point and makes it clear that if she plays ball with him, she can keep doing what she's doing. He doesn't really care about people. He's like, blow up if you want.
Blow up as many buildings as you want. Yeah, he's just interested in her.
He's just interested in her.
Physically.
And a freak way.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, boy,
he likes the brown sugar.
He likes black girls. I really likes them. So anyway, time goes on and they keep fighting their fight. She turns out pregnant because she's in a relationship with Leo. They've made that clear too. She's in a relationship with Leo. They're in love. They do their heist and they make out right there because it's so exciting to them. It's sexually excitement of the heist.
let's fuck when the bomb goes
When
off.
the bomb goes off, and she's like, dude, we gotta go. No, let's fuck. But she turns out pregnant. They have a baby who's the cutest baby you've ever seen filmed. Honestly, the baby was so fucking cute. It was crazy. She decides that motherhood's not really for her. She's so dedicated.
She's a freedom fighter, yeah.
She's a freedom fighter. Comes from a long line of freedom fighters.
Yeah, her mother literally says to Leo, she's a runner, you're a stump.
And you're a stump. And
what are you going to do about this
baby?
baby?
Now he's a stump with a baby, and
right.
he's, he can't do anything but take care of it. He loves the baby. Pleased with her, but she's off, and she goes and she continues her criminal run as a resistance leader, and he settles into fatherhood.
Really mature themes already, with her talking about feeling guilty for being jealous of her baby because Leo, is more invested in the baby now than he is in her and their relationship together.
Yeah, social themes.
Yes.
For sure it is. Anyway, flash forward to the future.
The kid's a teenager now, so 17, something like that.
Kid's a teenager. We learned that in order to eventually secure her actual freedom, because she gets caught, she goes back to the resistance and gets caught and jailed, and she does end up ratting out.
We learned that actually before the time skip.
Okay.
That was the whole set. Like the first half hour of the movie takes place like 17 years ago or whatever. She gets pregnant. She has the kid. She gets caught because they do a bank robbery to fund their operations, and one of the security guards won't stop moving towards her, and she ends up having to kill him. Their bank heist goes bad. She gets caught. She's going down for murder. Sean Penn tells her, look, you got to give us names or you're going to jail forever.
Right.
She doesn't want that because, as her mother said, she's a runner. She cannot stomach the thought of being locked up for the rest of her life, so she names names.
And he wants her around in witness protection as a booty call. He wants her,
exactly.
So he wants her out of jail in a house with a new identity, so he can show up and when he wants. And he's got a romantic vision of their relationship in his mind that she doesn't necessarily share. But he sets up a deal for her. She rats everybody else out in the crew, including him and the daughter. Rats them all out.
Luckily, they go on the run. They
have their own witness protection within the resistance. They've given them new identities. They live in a new town. They're part of the safe haven community.
And then Sean Penn goes to get his booty call. In fact, he dressed up in a suit with flowers for her, only to find out she's now long gone.
She's in the wind. She broke out. She couldn't stand it.
This pussy don't pop for you, is the note she left him.
So she escapes to Mexico and makes it and is essentially out of the movie.
Yeah, and that's the setup. That's the first half hour of the movie, basically.
Right.
And then we had the time skip. And then, what's life like now for Leo and his daughter when she's in high school?
Well, he's like, she's a good girl and she's smart and she's like taking care of her business. And he's like, well, at that point where he got lucky, he's got a girl who's not making problems for him. She's 16. She's essentially become the parent at that point, and he's on to smoking weed and kind of just glaze-eyed going through his day and getting by and not. And she has to remind him to wash his ass and stuff.
He's pretty much destroyed his brain over the last 20 years with drugs and
checked
alcohol.
out. He doesn't remember he's not a bomb maker anymore. He doesn't remember he does not remember the secret codes to any of the shit that he needs to be a part of the organization.
In the movie.
Right, to be a part of the organization that he used to be such an integral part of, but gave it up for fatherhood, right? But Sean Penn never gave it up. Right, so he's trying to track down the rest of the crew, and they do. They show them tracking down and killing.
They brutally murder most of the rest of their crew. Yeah,
right. And so there's essentially just the father and daughter team left, but they have a special need in Sean Penn's case because he has applied to be a part of an exclusive country club,
Christmas Adventurers Club.
Christmas Adventurers Club, and I wonder if that really stands for them. I'm trying to look through my.
I was thinking, I was wondering that as well.
But it's essentially a country club / secret organization of white supremacists, right? Not surprisingly, like all of them. This is kind of an easy movie trope, I think, is to make an enemy out of a creepy group of white supremacists, a rich cabal.
And they are creepy.
Super creepy. Anchored by Kevin Tighe from Emergency from the Dead. Did not even know he was still alive. He's so fucking old. He looks like he has old makeup on. I was like, oh my God, Kevin Tighe's still alive. Sean Penn really wants to join this crew. But one of their major tenets is you can't have had a relationship.
He dirtied himself.
Yeah, he dirtied himself by having a relationship with a black girl, right? And not only shock of shockers, there might be an offspring from that relationship because we still don't know whose baby it is, Leo's or Sean Penn's. If they find out that he had this relationship, they're not going to let him be a part of their white club.
In fact, on his way out of the meeting with them, you can see tears in his eyes because he's so scared they're going to discover
such an amazing
his dark
actor.
secrets.
Again, it's just like, okay, and if the role is an absurd role in a way.
Yes.
Sean Penn is such a fucking beast in this role.
He's such a caricature, but he makes it believable.
And it's so subtle. He can just do more with his old wrinkly face.
Yes.
In one shot, would say something with his eyes like very few actors.
And that goofy haircut where he runs the comb through his mouth to wet it.
And then
just a little bit of combing his weird tuft of hair.
Right, he's got like a Charlie Brown curl in the front, and he's essentially shaven like a military man for the rest.
Just little things like that are so good.
Just a remarkable performance. The movie's worth it to see him do his thing alone, honestly, in this movie. But he knows that he needs to eliminate the evidence if he's going to get into this club.
Yes.
It's so important to him. They are criminals, right? And they are fugitives, and so he has a legit reason to continue to look for them.
But he uses that legitimate reason to fuel his own
revenge.
personal goals. And that's basically the setup for the whole movie. It's him
There's the plot.
tracking them down and them running away. It goes through this town that they've set up in. Do they use the term sanctuary city in the movie? Yeah. It's basically a town that they've set up an underground railroad from Mexico up to this town in Colorado.
Outside Denver,
where the Mexican immigrants have set up shop there, led by Sensei Benicio del Toro. Sean Penn's group tracks them to this town, and most of the movie is them trying to get out of town. Leonardo DiCaprio fumbling along the way. In fact, one of the funniest parts of the movie, as they're making their escape, the Mexican kids are like parkouring across rooftops, and he's struggling to keep up. At one point, they leap from it's like a 10 or 15 foot gap that they leap effortlessly from one building to another. And he, of course, just falls
barely
right
makes it
down
halfway, smashes right down
through a tree and
lands
smashes
on his ribs
into the ground, and just gets up and like it's nothing. Hilarious. So they try to escape.
It was a remarkable movie. I honestly, I thought I was watching. This was like The Big Lebowski meets Tarantino meets Peckinpah meets Hitchcock. Honestly, in the end, it was insanely entertaining from beginning to end. The way that he used camera work in the end to build tension was
that car chase at the end.
That was
remarkably cinematography
done.
There, the music, everything about it was really reminiscent of older movies with the car chase going on. It built
suspense through just the action of the camera,
the shaky camera,
and the up and down of the highway.
Yes,
and the fucking music, like the score, very staccato piano jazz score throughout, and then in the end, when it needed to build tension, it turned into this it really reminded me of Hitchcock in the very end. It really did a lot. And
North by Northwest, it was
that desert setting and just the lingering shots, the shaky camera, the hazy sunshine, the kind of midday shots that you don't see.
A little bit of a Western vibe.
Western,
too,
like Peckinpah. It reminded me of that, just kind of not overly elaborate, but just let the momentous nature of the events about to unfold.
The gravitas.
Yes, just kind of like lay on you like that. It was funny, but not it wasn't played for laughs. It was clever in the way that he is with stuff, making commentary without actually making it, just letting the absurdity of the scenes where he can't remember the password, and he's got a guy giving him shit and like you said, making absurd woke style whiny complaints about why are you abusing now you're abusing, because he got frustrated and started swearing at him on the phone, and the guy who's supposed to be taking
Sir, why are you yelling at me?
Just insisting that and again,
that kind of leads into the big problem that conservatives is making their heads explode with this movie is they label it Antifa the movie. It's an Antifa fantasy, apparently. It's so anti-conservative. Yes, it pokes fun at authoritarianism and fascism, but it also pokes fun at the super woke liberals, right? Both sides of the aisle, it has fun with. Like you just said, the scene where he's on the phone with the resistance guy and he can't remember the secret code because he's such a stoner and he's destroyed his brain while he was raising his daughter. He gets agitated and he yells at the guy, and the super woke liberal guy, "Sir, you're invading my safe space right now." And it's satire. It's a joke. Leo even points out to him, I'm not even in the same room as you. How can I invade your safe space? Right? He calls him like a dumb liberal or something at some point.
He calls him a retard at some point. It's hysterical. He just breaks out and calls him I don't get this one-sided thing where just the entire movie hates conservatives. It's just snowflakes. I don't look at these movies like that. Unless a movie's really blatantly propagandistic. That's
what they seem to think it is.
It's just it's a really, really good good movie. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I only had a little bit of cringy moments with the dialogue when Sean Penn had a couple of lines where I'm like, but this is like really.
Well, that's the whole idea, though. His character is like the cringe master.
Yeah, it didn't let me really stop enjoying the movie.
Right.
Yeah, fantastic story, fantastic performances from everybody.
Performances across the board.
Benicio del Toro's great. Sometimes I think he's just sort of mailing it in a little bit. He was really, really cleverly funny. The young woman who played the daughter growing up, what the hell is her name? Chase Infinity.
Yes.
Fabulous.
She held her own with Leonardo DiCaprio, which is no small feat on its own.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Sean Penn. I mean, give me a break.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, holy crap. She had some scenes with Sean Penn.
Bro, why is your shirt so tight?
Right. I can see the lifts in your shoes.
Right.
It was hysterical. His shirts are so tight is because he's ripped as fuck for an old dude.
I'm not a homosexual, if that's what you're implying.
What? Where did that come from?
Right.
He was fabulous. The whole supporting cast. What's the guy's name who plays the handsome one on the Cabal?
The one that shows up again
the
in
assassin.
the end. I don't remember any of their names, but just fabulous character actors.
Yeah,
you see all over the place.
All over the place. Everybody's on board. You have a cast like that, and it's going to fucking elevate everybody.
The dialogue between these Cabal members in the Christmas Adventurers Club is so like tongue-in-cheek and just low-key hilarious. The way they speak, they're talking about that jungle pussy, and they're talking about how she's long since died in action, and he momentarily gets sad about, aw, no more pussy. Like, really, what is this that we're watching? But just little things like that are so good. They work so well in this movie. It's a fairly serious tone, but it's just got that little bit of offness to it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's P.T. Anderson.
Right.
It's got his wry kind of side eye.
That's probably why I love it so much.
Yeah,
it's
no.
right up my alley, that dry, tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah. And no, I don't know who doesn't like this movie, but I suppose there's some people. I
can tell you exactly who doesn't like this movie.
Yeah, the conservatives, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, run to see one battle after another. It was really fucking good. I give it 4.5, I say 4.5, 4.6.
That might be the highest we've ever gone here.
Absolutely the highest. This best movie we've seen.
So what are you filling the ceramic beer stein with?
Yeah, I'm keeping it 4.5.
That's borderline downgrading the chalice.
It is. I feel like the chalice can't be downgraded. You either get to 5 and that's that.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what amazing drink are we filling the ceramic beer stein with? What's reminiscent of a Vive la Resistance?
Maybe a fine...
Fill it up with some Cuban cigars.
Like some fucking Rothschild wine from fucking the 1800s. Some like snotty sommelier, name a year wine.
Yeah.
Or maybe just champagne, really great champagne. I can't say enough good things about this movie.
So 4.5, 4.6?
Yeah, it was really, really fucking good. I had tears. And not because it was so emotional, which it was. It
definitely...
It packed an emotional punch. But I was more just so pleased, I think, with what I've seen that I was smiling. Mm-hmm. So hard that my eyes started watering more than it was just it was so emotional at the end, which it also was. It's a great fucking ending. He came in. Yes. It was funny because we watched it in theaters next to each other.
Offset by about half an hour.
He got to the theater a half an hour before I could get there. So I watched it on a little screen, and when it ended, he came in and watched the ending again, and now you see why.
I double dipped.
The last half hour of the movie is just
it's amazing.
Tits. It's really, really good.
The car chase that we were talking about, and then you see what happens with the major characters.
But there's a surprise. And we're not going to give this away.
No.
But there's a surprise at the end that I was not expecting. I didn't see it coming. It adds 5 or 10 minutes of really ironic weirdness to the...
But it does bring me back to something that I meant to talk about that I had completely forgotten about. It highlights in that fascist white supremacy space, as appealing as you are to them, and Sean Penn's character in this movie is
very appealing to them.
They want to have him because he's everything that they look for.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero. He's devout in his mission.
Right.
In their
he ticks all the boxes.
War. But if you get that just tiny little bit of taint on you that he has.
I like a little taint on me. I can't lie.
Where he confesses earlier in the movie to Leonardo DiCaprio, I love black girls. And he's got that little bit of, they say he got himself dirty. He goes out of his way to try to cleanse himself of that dirt or that taint, as they would say. But that doesn't matter to them. he's got it on him and it's never going to wash off. So they will stop at nothing to try to eliminate him. That highlights the issue with that entire side of the spectrum, right? If you've got that one little piece of dirt on you, you're never going to be good enough anymore. So I thought it was a brilliant social commentary.
Well, yeah, that's why I could never be higher up in the right-wing party.
So 4.5, I would go slightly lower, probably like a 4.3, maybe 4.4, somewhere in there. Yeah, I would fill the ceramic beer stein with, I'd maybe make it like a decorative piece where I'd have some Cubans, nice Cubanos cigars sticking out of there. You could
get wet,
pull them out. Well, you don't have the drink in there when you stick the cigars in there.
So just cigars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then maybe I dip into the chalice a little bit for that nice 1800s wine you were talking about. Paul Thomas Anderson, There Will Be Blood is one of my top 10 movies of all time. So I don't think...
Boogie Nights, one of mine. Easily.
It's hard to top that with this one, but it comes close. It's an amazing movie, but There Will Be Blood still better, in my opinion. So I go a little bit lower on this one.
I think Boogie Nights is better
great.
too, but this is a real triumph. This has got Best Supporting Actor all over it for Sean Penn, I'm afraid.
It's got all kinds of awards written all over it. I could see Leo for Best Actor. I don't think he would win.
No.
But I could see him being nominated.
Maybe, yeah.
Nomination for Best Picture, nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, probably.
Best Supporting for Chase Infinity.
Yes.
Thought she was really good.
All kinds of awards. So when they talk, and that's the other thing with the conservative heads exploding, they can't see how all these reviews are talking about it being one of the best movies of the year and how it's going to be nominated for all these awards, just because they can't see past their own political biases.
Yeah, it could have been about a lot of things.
Technically proficient, well-made movie,
really,
no matter
really,
what
really
you think of the politics.
Well made, well written, well directed, well edited.
Well acted.
Well, yeah.
Everything about it.
Great music.
Yes.
When the closing song came on, and we see so many movies, when the movie's about to end.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what killed.
The score swells.
Yes, when the score swells, and not even the score, the actual soundtrack movie that they chose to kill it on. Like when Heroes comes up in Jojo Rabbit, and I fucking lost it right in the theater when that happened. I'm sure this was the same way. I'm like, oh, they picked that song. Yeah, fuck yeah.
But as a perfect contrast, the other night I saw Afterburn, which was just terrible on every level. I might review it, I might not, just because it
sounds like you are right now.
Yeah, but it's such a good contrast because that one, all the technical aspects of it, I was telling him, the cinematography, the soundtrack, the score, the action, choreography, everything about it just technically terrible. 0 out of 10 on every level. And this one, the complete opposite. Just all the technical aspects are amazing. It's just a well-crafted film on every level. It really
is. Top-notch filmmaking. Go see One Battle After Another.
4.5. Which
4.
one are you?
4.5.
4.3. We'll average it out to a 4.4. Ceramic beer stein.
Best movie we've seen so far.
Best movie you've seen this year?
That we've seen so far together.
That we've rated.
Yeah, maybe the best movie I've seen this year. I'm trying to.
It's up there for sure. Yeah. Well, there you go. One battle after another. Great movie. Go see it as soon as possible.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Absolutely. You know where to find us. We're in double digits of reviews now. We're going to keep coming back with reviews and more. So we recently released our Tearing Apart Ben Shapiro's Overrated Directors list from 15 years ago. A lot of hot takes there because he has really bad opinions about directors and movies in general.
Yeah.
As we saw. So maybe more stuff like that. Definitely more reviews of movies coming out. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let us know what you thought about this movie. This lightning rod of a politically charged movie. I'm sure lots of you have lots of opinions about it. So let us know. What else?
That's it.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.